Alrighty. Hey everybody. Grand Rising, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you click on is the right time for you. Thank you in advance for your viewership. I'm going to go ahead and dig into KeKe Palmer and her life and the energy around her. Um, Already from the beginning, what I was channeling is these are two people that need help with self-esteem. That's first and foremost. These are two people who want to love each other, but have to take the journey of self-discovery to learn how to love themselves. You can never completely love another until you love yourself. So we're going to get off into what's going on with this relationship and where the energy is set to go between the both of them. I always try my best to be fair and impartial on all parties. It's something about how they came about. I'll also tell you from the beginning, I feel that KeKe has a large void and she was looking for someone to love her that could help her fill the gaps with the love that she hasn't learned to give herself yet. Just because someone is accomplished and they seem to have it all doesn't mean that they literally have it all. To have money but not to have peace is like being a bird in a gilded cage. So with that preface, we're going to go ahead and get started. I feel like I should read his energy first. So I'm going to start off. I believe his name is Darius. I'm going to start off with Darius' energy first. I really don't know much about him outside of, I believe they said he's a fitness trainer. He works in fitness, something to do with that. So I'm going to do his reading with the Tarot Grand Lux. And I want to tap into the energy behind him, why he feels the way he feels, and what is pushing his insecurities. Because I have to be fair, these are both people who garner heavy insecurities, just in different ways. All right, Darius. I hope that's his name. I believe it is. Darius, how do you feel about KeKe? That flipped out. So we've got Justice in reverse. That's not good. And we've got the Nine of Swords here. He's losing sleep. Justice in reverse is he's feeling like he's been done unfair. Okay, King of Pentacles. This is like the stable, wise individual. This is how he sees himself. Let's put that out there first so we can be subjective. This is how he sees himself. He feels like he's been done unfair. He's being judged unfairly. He's actually getting a lot of anxiety and he's unable to sleep. No rest for the wicked, no rest for the weary. He feels like everybody is watching him and judging him. And mind you, I asked, how does he feel about KeKe? This is interesting. He hasn't tapped into how he feels about KeKe yet. He's looking at how the internet is judging him and he feels like he's being judged unfairly. We've got the Knight of Coins and Judgment. So this is what's behind his insecurities. Compared to her, his money comes a lot slower. And he feels like that he's being judged for not being able to provide for her on the level that she's accustomed to living. But it's interesting that, like I said, these are feelings, this is subjective. I don't feel that KeKe is giving him any energy about the difference in income and what he provides versus what she provides, but this is how he feels about himself. Now, bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Wands. He saw this as his ships coming in. He saw this as a major opportunity for him. Wow. You saw this as a major opportunity for you to become the King of Pentacles. So we got to call an ace an ace and a spade a spade. If this was a woman, let's say an IG model, right? And she hooks up with a world famous rapper or a football player and gets pregnant, she hit a lick, right? She's set for life. He saw this as an opportunity for him to level up. But now he feels insecure because he can't provide on the level that she's accustomed to providing for herself. So this is what fuels his insecurity, his emotional instability. This was an opportunity that didn't quite balance out the way that he thought it would. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. This is the truth. Now, I'm waiting for him to tell me how he feels about KeKe. He's telling me how he feels about himself. Very self-absorbed. And I got to remember, they're both young, so pages represent babies, also new actions, new opportunities. And that falls under the Nine of Swords. So this is letting me know that he could have possibly had anxiety around fatherhood, becoming a father, having a child. Possibly may not have wanted children. The World at the bottom of the deck. This is like a cycle came to an end. I don't know if this is their first pregnancy or someone aborted a pregnancy. But this is like, no, oh my God, pregnant, can't be. We got to find a way to bring this to an end. Somebody, I don't really know their business like that. So whoever knows their business, please, down in the comments, fill me in. Because this doesn't feel like somebody who even wanted children. Seven of Pentacles to fall under the Knight of Pentacles. So this is sowing seeds for a bigger harvest. As you sow, so shall you reap as well. So even though this man doesn't feel like somebody who wanted children, this is also a man who looked at this as a fruitful situation, okay? Fruitful situation, Wheel of Fortune, bottom of the deck. Judgment, Eight of Cups, and the World. Either he's looking at this as final judgment with this relationship, or he called judgment on somebody and closed the cycle and walked away from them to enter a relationship with KeKe. Five of Pentacles, out in the cold, possibly having issues with finances. The Wheel and the Upright, this is like going from shit to sugar. He went from, yeah, he left somebody to come and be with KeKe. He left somebody who, you know, he was having oodles and noodles and malt liquor dreams with, to walk into caviar and champagne. Five of Pentacles falls under Judgment in reverse, the Three of Wands. So a situation that he was in was completely out of balance. It was completely out of whack. And then boom, here's this ship coming in, this opportunity. And somebody is extending the olive branch to you through this hard time, because the Five of Pentacles is, you know, pretty much being ass out, you know, not having any money, not having a place to stay, being on your knuckles. So she could have possibly allowed him to come and stay with her because he was in between places. Something happened with him in the last situation where he had to move or something. I wish I knew more about them. Whatever this is, it happened very swiftly. It was like, you know, imagine, and I'm not saying that this man was out on the street homeless, anything like that, but this is just a scenario. Imagine being out on Skid Row and you've got this cup and you're sitting here with this cup, you know, shaking this cup for change. And somebody walks up to you and said, "Oh my God, you poor thing. What can I do to help you?" And you just expect, you know, hey, I'm shaking my cup, you know, whatever you give is cool. And this person drops a golden coin in your cup. Okay, not just any coin, but this is a coin that, you know, you literally can take to the bank and it changes your whole life. And then they say, you know what? You don't have to be in this toxic environment. Why don't you come with me? And everything changes for the better from there. That's what this feels like. Like I said, I'm not saying he was on Skid Row or anything like that. It's just the difference in the lifestyles. I said this happened overnight. The Fool, leap of faith. Wherever he was at, he was stressing. He wasn't getting any sleep. This had something to do with a child, like a pregnancy or something that he didn't want. And then boom, somebody snapped their fingers and everything changed for the better. Look at that, the Star. He met KeKe and everything changed for the better. And this is like he got a second lease at life. Temperance, balance through a new beginning. Because see, remember, his reading starts out over here being out of balance. Justice is in reverse. He couldn't catch a break. And he gets this balance through this new beginning through the Temperance angel. Like she came into his life like a fairy godmother. You know, this is like if you've ever prayed that, you know, God, please just give me a sign, give me a chance. And then boom, here's the sign. Here's the second chance. And here's someone deep in their feelings, but not saying how they feel. So he's someone that, I've been waiting for him to say how he feels this whole time. Her kindness, her actions towards him touched him deeply, because it's like, you could be with this one, and this one, and you chose me. And I feel like he tried to keep this under his hat for a while. He tried to keep it, he tried to keep it play it, tried to keep it G, right? But he had these feelings deep down within. See what I mean? Yeah, this confirms what I was just saying. He walked away from a relationship. There was a choice between her and another woman. Two of Wands is always a choice, right? The Star is a contract and negotiation. Also, the person who's like the apple of your eye. And look at that. That falls right under 8 of Cups. Walking away from a relationship that was brought to an end. Final cycle, the world. On top of that is Judgment. Put a nail in the coffin. It was done. That relationship was going to be done one way or the other. And she came in like a saving grace, and you had to make a choice. Do you stay with what you have, or do you go? So you ended up in hermit mode, but I don't feel like he was by himself for too long when he came across KeKe. Like, this is one of those things, felt like a chance encounter, so to speak. Like, you go out for Starbucks, get some coffee, and you meet the love of your life type thing. You get invited to a kickback, and at this kickback, you meet this girl, and it's like, if I never came here, excuse me, if I never came here, I would have never met you. Queen of Coins, King of Cups. Now, I don't know his sign. I don't know if he's a water sign, but I do know that she's an earth sign. So she would represent the Queen of Coins. King of Cups. Somebody let me know if you know his birthday, if he's a water sign. But there they are. They're together. They have feelings, but this still feels unequally yoked. Look at what tied them together. Ace of Wands, forward movement and expansion. The sex. He put that athletic D down on her. Ooh, KeKe. Pinch it down like a wrestler to the mat. I don't know what's trying to stop me from speaking, but we're not going to block my throat chakra, not today. So KeKe, tell me, what is your energy and what brought you into this relationship? Ten of Cups. So 10 of Cups is family. So that's interesting, because this feels like she was having fun. It was carefree until she realized they were going to be a family unit. So had it not been for the pregnancy, they both may not have become as serious as they are today. But Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, she felt like this was the ultimate fulfillment. Out of everything she accomplished, becoming a mother, having a family was her biggest accomplishment. 3 of Coins. That's going into union, commitment, right? What is this hiding back here? The Hermit. So, like I said, this was instantaneous. It wasn't like much time passed before they ended up together. This was literally, I was chilling, I was out here doing my thing, and then boom, just like that, we were together. And forward movement and expansion, the Chariot, the rest was history. So this moved pretty fast. This move, Pentacles could either be years or months, so they could have been super serious within like 3 months. 7 of Coins, 8 of Coins. So that's sowing seeds for a bigger harvest and work. So, she was working on building new ventures, future stability, focusing on her craft, working. The Moon. What is the secret energy? Justice. So his justice in his deck was in the reverse. Hers was in the upright. So she already had balance. He was out of balance. 7 of Swords and a Magician. This feels like somebody manifesting through manipulation. Somebody being very sneaky. 10 of Coins. Page of Coins. She walked in with the bag. He walked in with loose change. Three of Wands. Now we saw that 3 of Wands in his card. 3 of Wands, once again, is the ships coming in, opportunities. Something was very sneaky about how this came into union. Spirit guides, please explain. Because Knight of Coins is at the bottom of the deck. And Knight of Coins is like slow moving, money moving slow. If there's a business, it's at a crawl. It's not really coming to fruition. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It's just moving slow. 3 of Cups, partying, third parties. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. So this was only meant to be like a turn up. It was like a good time. My spirit guys are being messy. They're pretty much saying that, we talking about partying, turning up, getting lit, and one thing leads to another. Turns into the Wheel of Fortune. Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior. So it's interesting that the Wounded Warrior comes out and falls under 8 of Coins. She could have possibly had to defend her her relationship or her actions to people that were behind the scenes in the industry who could have possibly been concerned or raised an eyebrow, because High Priestess is in secret, right? Somebody may have pulled her to the side and, had a light discussion with her to make sure that this was really what she wanted. Because they were worried that, the Fool, you're taking a leap of faith. You're jumping in this a little too fast. This could possibly be a foolish decision because here we go. We got Justice. You're already in balance. You're in the upright. 5 of Wands. This is chaos. This is fighting. So they didn't just start having These moments, we just didn't know about them. There's been in-house fighting for a minute. Um, Three of Cups is also the card of third parties. So they could have been fighting about third parties behind the scenes in-house. But KeKe, being an earth sign, likes to keep things private. Earth signs don't like people really in their business. Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is like, you know, marriage, stability, engagement. And that falls under this Ten of Coins. So, you know, she wants, you know, Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins, you know, engagement. She wants the happy family life. She wants to be married. She wants to have the nuclear family. What's the problem here? Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups, but what's hiding back here? Why does our cards keep coming out attached and hiding? So Two of Cups and Six of Cups. Got it. So she's looking at, you know, I see this as my love, but Six of Cups is somebody coming back from the past. So he could possibly be dibbling and dabbling back and forth with an ex that he used to deal with. Could even be the one that he left behind to be with her. They're still in contact some kind of way. And that's been illuminated, the sun. Let's see, here's the star. And we've got the Three of Coins to the Seven of Swords. That's where that Seven of Swords comes in from, with that trickery. Because it's like, as soon as you came into union with this person and you felt like everything was everything, you found out, you know, there was other energies. There was other things that you didn't know, other people that you didn't know about, other activities that you didn't know about. It was like the other shoe dropped. Because you got to look at, this is the Seven of Swords, which is the card of being sneaky, but you got this person's face that you can't see reading a scroll, and then you got the Seven of Swords. So, you know, when you get married, you know, it goes on paper, right? So she feels like, now that we're locked in, here's my glass slipper. I found my charming prince. I'm Cinderella. Nothing could be better. Nothing could be more perfect. You know, I got my home life. This is going to be my husband. This is going to be, you know, the person that I have children with. Everything is going to be so great. But there's other people vying for your same love interest. And she was still defending them. Seven of Wands. She was defending them. She was you know, this is my man. This is my household. Don't tell me nothing about my man. I don't want to hear about blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me just see what all was stuck together. We got the Sun and the Eight of Cups. Things were illuminated that could cause her to walk away from this relationship, walk away from this union. Final Judgment. What is this? Six of Swords. Forward movement towards victory. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the Truth. So I feel like the Usher situation was the overlay for the underplay. That's very devious if what I'm picking up is true, because the way this feels is like she found out the truth about something that he was doing, somebody that he was attached to from his past, somebody that he had been pretty much back and forth with, that he could possibly still be in contact with. And they were possibly already going their separate ways due to things that were found out in the privacy of the home. And he decided to make a public spectacle, knowing that they already were having issues at home unrelated to everything that he was talking about. Yeah, judgment and the world. So you brought judgment upon her, but this is looking like this brought everything to a close. Now, High Priestess, yeah, things that were done in secret. So what we're seeing publicly, that people are judging publicly, is not what is the breakdown of this situation. Because KeKe is private, she's not telling us what actually happened that led up to the energy before she went to the Usher concert. It seemed like they possibly got into it over information that she found up. Now it makes more sense when she said, "You act up, I'm a link up." She wasn't talking about what was said and done in the internet. She was talking about him acting up in private, and she gonna show him how it's done in public. Well, doggone it. Temperance. Why are her cards sticking together? And the Devil. So she wants balance through a new beginning, but she's realizing that this is really a toxic, chaotic situation that was manifested here. Due to this harsh communication. Wow, true love. Now you can see this woman in the background with evil intention, and you got the both of them laying in slumber. These two feel like they're in true love, but this woman back here just keeps trying to, throw the energy off. So there's a woman, and notice, this woman is wearing all white, looks like she's in a wedding dress. This woman feels like this is supposed to be her husband. This is supposed to be her life. This is supposed to be her baby. Page of Cups. So he's still, got a little player in him, because Page of Cups is like flirty, light type energy. So he's out here giving out energy that he shouldn't be giving out. He might think that it's innocent, but Empress at the bottom of the deck. You were doing this throughout the pregnancy, allegedly. Yeah. Knight of Coins. The Chariot. Look at this. Got true love. Oh. Ten of Wands. True love, Ten of Wands, Eight of Coins. See? Women coming in between their union is causing the weight of the world to be on the shoulders. And it's like you just want to slowly but surely move forward and move on with the commitment, because you realize this is the best situation that you've been in, Darius, King of Coins. Like, she would be the King of Coins in this situation, but the energy that she gives you and the way that she allows you to move around. She allows you to be in a capacity that you've never been in before. Queen of Cups. So here it is, the Empress and the Queen of Cups. Very intuitive woman, and she loves you deeply. And her carrying this child really helped her to step into herself. So, just wow. The Moon, and I didn't even mean to cut the deck there. For them to go further, he's going to have to get it out of his system, needing attention from other people, needing to be in private spaces and places, having conversations or energy exchanges that shouldn't be had, because cheating is not always physically linking up. You know, if you're giving people, and he should know better, you're dealing with someone that's a public figure. You can't be in DMs. You can't, be, at bars and all these types of places, being flirty, because these are the things the vlogs live for, okay? And being that you have a woman who's a public figure and has been for a very long time, people are going to be more than happy to get that information to the vlogs. Sadly, this type of stuff is what makes people, excited to spill the tea. So we're going to go off into the You and Me Love Oracles. You have the most beautiful and purest heart. Which also goes back to her being an empress. He realizes that he's never met a woman that has the energy that she has. I'm sorry for breaking your trust. So he didn't realize until after he got embarrassed and caught up just how bad he had, put cracks into this, the armor of this relationship. And I don't feel like this is from what he said publicly. I feel like this is from what she spared him from when she could have told on him about private matters and she didn't. I know our souls are intertwined. So this is like a spiritual union. I'm in denial about my feelings for you. So he's running around, like I said, trying to keep it player or whatnot. But him having to face losing her is forcing him to deal with his commitment issues and why he still feels the need to connect with outside energies. Which goes back to his insecurities. So like I said, these are two people that both have insecurities. I get triggered at the thought of you. Well, damn. I am aware there's more to it. I'm still so confused about it all. So he's really, he knows he cares for her. He knows he loves her, but he's immature. He knows this is a good thing, but he's just afraid that, well, what if I'm sitting here and I miss out on something else? But all those something else's are like, broken glass and nickels and pennies. Like You got it good. Your eyes are enchanting. That also goes off into a spiritual union, because the windows of the eyes, the window of the soul are the eyes. We need to take it slow. And see, this was the problem from the very beginning. Everything happened so fast. It was like whiplash. Boom, we meet. Boom, we're together. Boom, we live together. Boom, you're pregnant. It was instantaneous. Everything happened so fast. Hold on, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, I've been lying to myself for so long. So, yeah, this is somebody who finally realizes that they have to take accountability. I've been watching your social media. We know you've been watching her social media, because we found out that you felt some type of way through social media about what was in her social media. So ain't that about nothing. You out here doing you, but you worried about what she's doing, and you're keeping up with her social media due to what you secretly do with yours. I need more time to reflect on myself. Okay, so I'm trying to distract myself from thinking of you. Good luck with that, buddy. I'm trying to understand myself more. Okay, so that's somebody going within so that they can grow. I can feel your energy everywhere. So now this is where he's starting to find out that he's in love, because he can't escape how he feels. Bottom of the deck says the energy between us felt amazing. I don't know what I want. And that's the biggest problem. You know what I'm saying? He knows he has it good, but he wasn't ready for this type of commitment, and he's afraid. And, because things happen so fast, he just wasn't ready. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know if he wants to be a family man. He don't know if he want to keep it playing. He don't know if he want to keep it pushing, if he want to stay. So it's best that he takes time to himself to figure it all out and to get himself together, because, no matter what happens, whether they stay together or not, there's a beautiful little baby attached to the situation, and this baby needs to have the best version of both parents. Okay, love oracles, and we're gonna do these and tap out. I don't think I deserve you. This is the biggest thing pushing his insecurities. I'm choosing myself. Right now, I think that that's what both of them need to do. They both need to heal, find who they are without each other. And this isn't about dating. This is about self-love, self-help, self-mastery therapy. Because if you become the best version of yourself, then you can become better as a whole. Love is still there deep down in our hearts, but we should definitely spend more time together. So remember, I don't know what I want. So it's like all of that stems from, I don't think I deserve you. He feels like the women that he has been messaging back and forth are more so on his level, And he feels more comfortable with them because to them, he can be king. KeKe, what's up with you? I gotta know more about you. So this means that she jumped in head first and she really didn't know him as a person. Like, you fell in love, you got, in what feels like a marital situation, and you realize that you both really don't know each other. I would take back all the hurtful words I said to you. So, being that this is a Virgo, honey, ain't no telling how she got him together, because Virgos, when they do finally get angry enough and they're pushed to wrath, they can, they can be vicious. But they will take and take and take and take. A Virgo and a Taurus will go through hell, the new basement they built in hell, and then the new subdivision that's adjacent to the basement in hell before they finally pipe up. But when they do, it's nasty. So whatever she said, she cut him too short to shit, honey. At this moment, I think we should be friends. So I don't know you the way I thought I knew you, or I don't know you at all, and I'm starting to realize that. And we were looking at forever together, and we haven't even figured out right now. That's what this feels like. He felt like he wasn't good enough for her. He needed time to himself. He's choosing him. And then here it is. Now that he's choosing him, he's like, damn, I really miss you. I miss the family life. I miss the baby. I feel like we should be back together. And she's like, together? I feel like we need to slow this all the way down to, hey, homie, how are you? Wow. Don't lose faith. Good things are ahead of us. So in love, you tend to go through phases to where you both grow as people, but the trick is to learn to grow together. So it's kind of like they did this whole relationship backwards. They jumped into the married life and forever and having children, and then on the back end, they're learning to get to know each other, become friends, build a bond, learn to understand each other, learn what fidelity means. Everything that they should have done in the beginning, they're learning on the back end. Maybe I'm wearing a mask in our relationship to make this look more perfect. So KeKe is now understanding that she has to stop going along to get along, or not be so understanding, or not be so accommodating. Because as you try to accommodate him, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You got to keep it real with yourself first, right? It's hard to show, but I do care about you so much. I wonder why he has so many issues with being able to express love. It almost feels like his love language is physical expression, it's sex. But when it comes to him actually vocalizing how he feels, that's where it gets a little dicey. He has problems with opening up to communicate from the heart. That's new to him. Be adaptive and receptive to lead our love to divine growth. I think that's something that the both of them need to do, but KeKe was overly adapting. She was overly compensating. And now that she's developing boundaries, now that she's letting him know that, look, we don't have to do this. I don't have to be bothered. He's like, wait a minute. What do you mean you don't have to do this? You don't have to be bothered. We have a family together. Like, it didn't kick into him. It didn't become real to him until he realized that he could possibly not have it. And when I say possibly, I mean really, really not have it. So I'm going to close this reading on that, and I'm going to wish them the best. I just pray that the both of them are able to get to a point where they can really dig deep and work on self-mastery, because I feel like once they both deal with their own insecurities, KeKe being afraid to be alone, so she's overly adapting and overly accommodating, and I believe his name is Darius. Darius being afraid to be open, be afraid to committing himself because he doesn't feel like he brings enough to the table. He doesn't feel like, he deserves KeKe because KeKe's of a certain caliber and he just doesn't have it like that. Once they both get over those feelings, I think they really could have something good. But it's going to take maturity, and it's going to take both parties admitting, not just to each other, but to themselves, what they need to work on and what they need to fix. So I don't think that it's a bad idea if they slow roll it for a minute to get to know each other, to really become friends, because a successful marriage is going to be built on the friendship over the sex. Sex is it's the best with the person that you truly have a bond, a vibe, and a spiritual connection with, not just, the physical parts doing what they do. So that's my reading on KeKe Palmer and her baby daddy Darius. Darius, stop opening her up to be dragged all across the social media. And KeKe, stop letting him slide with that toxic, childish behavior that's been going on in the house. Once you both can do that, I feel like things work out just fine. But I'm done with this reading, and I wish them the best, and many hugs and kisses to that beautiful baby. This reading is adjourned.